The sites have been destroyed. And joining us now to discuss is Dr. Rebecca Grant, Vice President, Lexington Institute and National Security Analyst. Good afternoon, Dr. Grant. First of all, your comments here on the initial leaked Pentagon report, as well as what kind of destruction would you expect from bunker buster munitions hitting a nuclear facility like Fordow?
All signs show that the huge munitions dropped by the B-2 bomber really did their job. They hit right where they were supposed to. And as the UN has now confirmed for us, this facility at Fordow has been obliterated. On top of that, remember, 2 of the massive ordnance penetrators were dropped on another site at Natanz, where there was a uranium conversion facility, and that is wiped out too. So the big takeaway here is that right now, Iran's nuclear program is inoperable. The nuclear bomb program is gone.
And the president also said today that he believes Iran's uranium couldn't have been moved in time. And he also said it's very hard and dangerous to move. What will it take to get tangible evidence showing that it's been destroyed?
So many interesting comments from President Trump as he was welcomed to the NATO summit. That also really caught my eye. I think he's implying that the highly enriched material, the site at Fordow was the place that they enriched up to the 83%, which was just so close to being at the 90% for weapons grade. They had some other stocks as well. We've all been wondering what happened to the material at Fordow, and President Trump has strongly implied that it was in that underground facility. The 12 massive ordnance penetrators entered and created an enormous fire underground. And that to me means that material is still stuck there. In terms of evidence, you know, they're never going to show us all the evidence that they have. But in addition to satellite imagery, I think there's a lot of intelligence work from us and from the Israelis and maybe others that tells us what really has happened to that site. I'm sure they're seeing that Iran is not going up there. I mean, they're not up there with shovels trying to get at it. And presumably, maybe there it stays, and much better there than moving towards an Iranian nuclear weapon.
And what does this operation tell us about the value of manned power, air power, that is?
Well, no other airplane in the world could have done this. No other nation could have done this. And I'm so glad that America had, you know, we have just 19 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers. We're building the B-21, which is to be its replacement. The B-21 is flown. There should be a few of them on the production line right now. But we only have 19 of these. And what an incredible testament to the air crews who flew that mission and the many that supported them, that they were able to go and do that and do it so precisely. It's the first time that an emergent nuclear power has been destroyed with air power. And I am so glad that we had that in the United States Air Force, the ability to end that nuclear weapons program in Iran and to make the region and the whole world safer as a result.
And just to follow up, Dr. Grant, can you talk to us about the importance of what you just said in the context of rising tensions between China and Taiwan? Because Mark Rutte has just said that the risk of conflict over Taiwan is in fact growing.
And it's a great sign that NATO, the Secretary General, is aware of the risks of China. That wasn't as true several years ago. You know, today there is actually a British aircraft carrier in the Pacific, along with our U.S. aircraft carrier. And that shows you how much our NATO allies are really aware of the threat of China. The B-2 strike on the deeply buried targets in Iran proves what the U.S. Air Force has always said they could do, hold critical targets at risk. And believe me, that means if it came to it, China's targets as well, whether that is their anti-satellite weapon out in the desert, some of their missiles. You know, this has got to remind China's military that they are not safe from the B-2 bomber, and that is tremendous for deterrence, and that should really give them pause about undertaking any military operations around the area of Taiwan.
And Dr. Grant, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so just to conclude our conversation today, maybe what are the main lessons learned from the U.S. strike on Iran?
That we must have precision, stealth, long-range air power, you know, for the good of the world. and that we must have the resolve to use it in this very limited, very precise campaign. It's a wonderful tool that really has evolved just in the last couple of decades. It is a tool for peace. It is going to be needed now more than ever as we strive to not only deal with Russia, but to contain the ambitions of China, and of course, always to keep an eye on North Korea too.
Okay, Dr. Grant, thank you so much today.
Thank you.
Coming up, the Trump administration sued 15